We have some guests here today, and so we want to make sure we go around the room and don't miss any. So we're going to start and go down this side over here first. And Laura Lee, would you like to introduce your guests?
Sure. These are my grandparents, Grandma Carmel, or Carmel, for everyone else who doesn't call her Grandma.
But you can call her Grandma.
You can. And my Grandpa Doug.
Welcome. And going down this side of the table, we have Larry. Jaylene, would you like to introduce Larry to us?
Well, sure. I first met Larry on Beaver Creek. We were new. And one person with us, we just knew each other. So it was one of those Newport things. Like, oh, but we know somebody, you know somebody, and then we bowling. Muggles in Toledo.
Hi, friends.
And I'll tell you, this morning I just read about Larry that he also teaches memoir and novel writing.
At those things you see during closing. Welcome. Thank you. And Jaylene would know you because she goes around saying, "Ooh,
yeah."
And going to the back table, back over there.
Hey, yeah. So these are my kiddos, Caitlin, Jasmine, and Jake.
Hey, kiddos.
Welcome.
We also have members online today. Svetlana, all the way from, where are you today?
In Tashkent,
Planet.
Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan, Tashkent.
So from Uzbekistan, Svetlana, she is a member of our club, as well as I see Christina Book. Welcome. This is the first actual appearance.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I have to
It's Christine.
meeting, so I'm here for a little bit.
Okay. Welcome,
I gotta say hi
everybody.
to Christina. Hi, Christina. Hey.
Oh, there you
Good to meet you.
Oh, we have the late coming guest.
You too. Hey, who are you?
Julia, go ahead and introduce your name.
This is Megan Smallwood. So she owns a business here on the coast in nutrition, and so she's here out what Toastmasters is.
For those members, I'm going to be passing around a sign-up sheet. Next week, we have looks like everything is full, but make sure you start looking at the 13th and on. We have some open spots. There's also spots on the back as well. Today, and I want to double check with our online folks. Can you hear us? How are we doing for volume?
Your sound is breaking sometimes, but the volume is good.
Excellent. Okay.
All right.
All right. So remember, when you're speaking, to make sure you project your voice and look right there as you're projecting, and they'll be able to hear us well all the way to Uzbekistan. So we have a little bit different of a meeting today, and so we are going to be actually having a contest. And our contest chair is Kathleen Ritzman. She is a longtime Toastmaster. She's been everything from a club president and all those roles, and what we would call today a division director, which in those days was called a division governor. So they kind of went away from governor and now they call them directors. So I'm going to introduce Kathleen, and she's going to take the rest of the meeting for us.
Fellow Toastmasters, ordinarily when we have a contest, which we hold as a Toastmaster group twice a year, this one is just for fun and because we have got guests and company here today. So we're very, very glad that you're here. Today, you have in front of you a judge's ballot. And if you were a judge at a regular contest, it It would be your job to fill this out, and at the end of the activities, you would hand this and your vote to whomever is in charge and decide whoever is going to be the winner of the contest. Today, you have on this a piece of green Post-it paper, and if you're missing one, I'll teach you you two were here to get one. Let me tell you a little bit about what the
Uh-oh, what happened?
walked away from. I'm really having fun with this, then you would give them a very high score. If you find that the audience interest is not there or your mind is wandering, then you want to give a lower score in that category. The speech value judges the act of speaking. It means that what you do as a speaker is to have something meaningful and original to share with the audience, and you as a listener need to feel like, wow, I'm glad I came today. I'm glad I heard that. And that is how you would evaluate that particular part. Delivery is 30%, and what we watch for in Toastmasters, we do not cling to the lectern. We do not weave back and forth or shuffle around or look like we're looking out the window instead of at our audience. We are also very careful to avoid what we call audible pauses, like, so those being the worst ones of all. And so again, you consider this. A person's voice, does it carry well? Does it fit the attitude or feeling that that person is trying to portray? If someone is being sincere, you don't want them to have a sarcastic tone of voice, as an example. And then the manner in which you speak. Are you revealing a little bit about who you are? Are you portraying somebody who is glad to be here, who's enjoying giving the speech? As far as language is concerned, the choice of words is important. You want to be able to use the right words for what you are saying, but, and this is not just because I'm a former English teacher, we all look for correct grammar. And so this is something else that we need to be looking for as we are listening to the speech. You have a code of ethics. Won't go into that because we know that you are all ethical. So what we have now is a speech contest, and what the speakers on the card, so there is an order of speaking. I will announce their name, the title of their speech, and their name, and they will come up and present. If we were in a regular Toastmaster meeting, what we would do, we would have a bio or a brief comment about that person so that you get to know them a little bit, but in the contest, that doesn't happen. So today we have 4 speakers. We have Laura Lee, Dave, Krista, and Avital, and they will be speaking in that order. So our first speaker, Laura Lee, The Tale of Three Brothers. The Tale of Three Brothers, Laura Lee.
There were once 3 brothers traveling along a lonely, winding road at twilight. As they were traveling, they came across a river too treacherous to swim across and too deep to wade across. But the brothers, being learned in the magical arts, simply waved their wands and made a bridge. Before they could cross, however, they found their path blocked by a hooded figure. It was Death, and he felt cheated, for travelers normally drowned in the river. But Death was cunning. He pretended to congratulate the brothers on their magic and said each should have earned a prize for being clever enough to evade him. The eldest brother, a combative man, asked for a wand more powerful than any in existence. And so Death walked over to an elder tree and fashioned him one. The second brother, an arrogant man, decided he wanted to humiliate Death even further. And he asked for the power to recall loved ones from the grave. And so Death plucked a stone from the river and said that it had the power to bring back the dead. Then Death turned to the third brother. And as the youngest, of course, he was the most humble and the wisest. And he did not trust Death. And he asked for the ability to go forth from that place without being followed by Death. And so, most reluctantly, Death removed his own cloak of invisibility and gave it to the brother. As they went on their way, they separated and part ways, and the eldest brother traveled to a village with whom had a villager that he had once quarreled with. And he sought this villager out and challenged him to a duel, killing the latter instantly. Drunk with the power of the Elder Wand, he boasted of his invincibility. Another night, another wizard crept into his room, stole the Elder Wand, and slit the brother's throat with his knife. And so Death took the first brother for his own. The second brother traveled to his home where he lived alone, and turning the stone thrice in hand, the image of the woman he once hoped to marry appeared before him, much to his delight. But soon she grew sad and cold, separated from him as if in a veil. And the brother, in anguish and filled with hopeless longing, decided to hang himself as to truly learn. And so Death took the second brother for his own. Now, as the years went, Death searched and searched for the third brother, but could not find him. It was not until the youngest brother, with his cloak of invisibility, decided that it was time and that he was ready, and he shed the cloak and gave it to his son. And then he greeted Death as an old friend and went with him gladly, departing his life as equals. Now, the three objects mentioned above are considered to be some of the most powerful objects, magical objects in the world, the Deathly Hallows. The Elder Wand is the most powerful wand in the world, given to the eldest brother, Antiron Febble. The Resurrection Stone has the ability to recall loved ones from the grave, given to the second brother, Cadmus Pebble. And the cloak of invisibility was given to the third brother, Ignotus Pebble, which has the ability to hide the wearer, even from death. United, it is believed that if one person manages to unite all three of the Deathly Hollows, they become master of death.
We'll now take a minute for you to fill out your ballot. There you go. Feel free to. Part of the privilege of being a postmaster is the opportunity to make mistakes. I've made one already this morning. That is, I did not mention that we are timing these speeches. In a regular postmaster meeting, we have a timer who lets us know when we are a minute away from the ending time, 30 seconds away from the ending time, and when we should be finished. These speeches are all to be 5 to 7 minutes, and Patty is our timer. She has 3 sheets of paper, 1 green for go, yellow for 30 seconds, and red for stop. Those who are speaking actually have, thank you. I made 2 mistakes today. It's not going to be a good day. I allow myself 3. So anyway, I just wanted you to know that that is something that we do in Postmasters. Now, we have our next speaker, who does not want the lectern. Hold up and move over here. Speaker number 2 today is Dave. Haunted Coffin. Haunted Coffin, Dave.
Madam Topics Master and Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, so happy to have you here today. When I was a kid growing up, I was about 11 years old, lived in the little town of Sandy, Oregon. And every Friday night in Sandy, Oregon, the local theater would show from 10 o'clock till midnight the scariest movies made ever in the world. I and several of my 5th grade chums would go every Friday night and we'd go to the movies and we'd get the stuff scared us. And at the end of the movie, we all had to walk home in that movie. And a big group, as we went along on their way home, get smaller and smaller and smaller until I was the last one left, and I had 5 more blocks to go all by myself after we'd watched all these scary movies. And I can't tell you how many times I set the world record for the 5-block dash to get home. The movies were great that we watched. There were some of the old classics, like the Pit and the Pendulum. That was my favorite. And there was the monster movies, Dracula, and there was Frankenstein's monster, and all of these great old classic movies. But out of all of those movies, by far, was my favorite was The Master of Macabre, Vincent Price. Anything he made was just guaranteed to scare the floor out. I just remember this one night when we finished, we got out, and we just watched it and defended it. And it was particularly creepy, and it left us all pretty shaken. So I remember leaving the theater that night, and we were walking, we were talking, we were laughing about the death. Of course, it was all made up, we were all scared. As we got closer to the end of the road, I was getting more and more nervous. And I was shaking, and I knew that after the last guy left, after Larry was at his house, I had 5 more blocks to go. He left his house, and I headed down that road, and it was a particularly dark night. It was overcast, kind of misty night. And as I was walking, I could sense something behind me. And I looked back, and I didn't see anything back there. Except a couple blocks away, there was this coffin that was leaning up against a lamppost. And I shook my head, it's nothing, and I took off walking in, and I heard this bump, bump, bump. I turned and I looked, and the only thing I could see was that stupid coffin, but this time it was closer to me. And so I started walking faster. I could hear it. It was going faster. And I turned and I looked, and it was getting closer still. So I took off walking really fast as I could walk. And I hear a bump, a bump, a bump. It was getting closer, closer to me. Now I knew I was in trouble. And I took off running for the house. I took the last 2 blocks at a sprint, and I hear bump, 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 bump. It kept getting closer and closer. Finally, I reached the house. Ran up the stairs, and he was just almost right behind me, and I could hear bump, 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 bump as he was coming up the stairs, and I ran in the house, and I slammed the door. Locked the door. I hear him crash against the crash. And I felt safe, and all of a sudden he crashed through the door. Bump, 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 bump. And I was running through the house, so trying to keep away from him, and bump, 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 and he was right behind me. I ran up the stairs. As I was going up the stairs, I could hear behind me, bump, 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 bump. It slowed down just a little bit. But he was still just right there. Bump, 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 bump. The coffin was just closing in on me. I ran up into the stairs. I ran past my bedroom. I ran into the bathroom. I slammed the door, and I locked the door. I hear bump, 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 crash. And he's crashing against the door. And he bang, crashing against the door. And I'm just scared. And he finally crashes through the door. Now he's going open and closing the lid. Jump. And I knew what fate I had in store for me. And I picked up a bar of soap and I threw it at him, and he goes, jump, and he just swallowed it on down. And then I was looking at, there was a toothpaste, and I threw that at him, and he jumped, and he just swallowed that on down. The last thing I could find to throw at him was a box of cough drops, and I threw it, and he goes, jump, jump. And he stopped. All of a sudden, the coffin stopped.
I'll explain it slower. You got it? Another minute to fill out your ballot. Okay, it's time for our third speaker. Now we have Krista, Deaf and the three pets. Deaf and the three pets, Krista.
Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. There once was a quaint little village, and it had a cute little house on top of a very steep hill. And in the house lived a lady named Ms. Fortune. She lived with her three pets. There was Mittens, but nobody called her Mittens because she was the fattest cat the world has ever seen. So the other pets called her Fat Cat. And there was a hyper little dog, as little dogs tend to be, very annoying and very, very hyper, named Rover. And lastly, there was a parrot from New York who claimed to have connections to the mom. On this particular morning, Ms. Fortune made her breakfast of toast and eggs because her village didn't have a pig and pancake. And then she made her lunch, and as she was heading out the door, she said goodbye to her beloved pet. Goodbye, Mitten. Goodbye, Rover. Goodbye, Flappy. I'll be home a little late today. I have to stop and get some candy. For today was Halloween. And what Miss Fortune learned last year is that children who walk up a very steep hill expect to be rewarded with candy, and the good candy, not the cheap false stuff you buy when there's thousands of children. Mittens yawned. Oh, scratch. Oh, what a boring day this is going to be. Rover woke up. Hey, how's it going? Isn't Lady great? I love Lady. Ladybugs with toys. Lady's awesome. Flappy, shut up over there. I am so tired of the yapping. Quiet, Rover. Quiet, Rover. Damn recording. And then Rover smelled something. Hey. I smell cheese. There's cheese. There's cheese. Lady loves cheese. Well, shut up about it and just find it already. Rover went around the house. Damn. Found the cheese. Lady had left it on the counter. Hey, Fat Cat, can you help me? Don't call me fat. I'm fluffy. Now, normal cats can jump 6 times their body length, which is 8 feet. This was not that cat. So Flappy decided to chime in. Hey, open the door. I'll get the cheese. After I take my share. So Rover went over, happy to oblige, and he went to the big cage and opened the door, and Flappy bit him on the nose. And Flappy saw the door open and the freedom ahead, and he stretched his wings, and he took off, and he made it into the counter, and he grabbed the cheese. Ha-ha, you fools! You think I'm going to share this? I'm going to fly the coop. I'm out of here. And Flappy saw the blue sky beyond the window, and he decided he was going to leave. So he took off to fish. There was a splat. Flappy didn't understand windows. Well, the bottom was open. The top still had glass. Flappy's body fell to the floor, and death claimed the first pet. The cheese, however, landed on the windowsill. Fat Cat and Rover wasted no time mourning. They had a new puzzle to solve, how to get the cheese off the windowsill. They still couldn't reach it. But Fat Cat decided if motivated enough, you can do it. And she prepared for the biggest jump she's ever made. The air didn't even move. She regained her composure, Rover, get that chair over there.
Rover was certainly happy, so he went over, pushed and he used all that vacant space in his brain to push the chair over. And he got the chair over under the windowsill. And Fat Cat decided she had to gather all of her energy again. She prepared and she took in trajectory and wind resistance, gravitational pull, the barometric pressure, and she did all the math in her head. And she had this. She jumped. She made it on the chair, which let out a horrible crack and a splinter. But she managed to leap again right when it fell to pieces. But she overshot the windowsill. And she fell out. And she rolled and rolled and rolled down the hill and landed on the street below. She never saw the Buick that hit her. The death claimed the second hat. Well, Rover didn't skip a beat. There's cheese to be had. And he knew that determination and perseverance would pay off. And so he just started jumping. And he knew if he just kept going, and on the 50th jump, he made the cheese. He got it. But he had jumped so high when he fell, he got impaled by the splinter of the chair down below. And the death claimed the third pet. So misfortune returned home to a tragic and bewildering scene. And none of the children could understand why she was sobbing as she was handing out the Halloween candy. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, your search for delicious treats tomorrow, please be safe. And most importantly, share your cheese.
So, honored guests, if you would take a moment to pull out your ballot.
Same thing.
Now is our final spot. We have what's called Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood at the top.
Fellow Toastmasters, once upon a time, a little girl lived in a village near the forest. Whenever she went out, she always wore her red cloak. So everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, she asked her mother if she could go visit her grandmother. Her mother replied, "That's a good idea." So they packed a basket of fruit, candles, incense, and her favorite deep hot chocolate seasoning. Little Red Riding Hood went to her mother to kiss her goodbye. And her mother warned her, "Now, I want you to go straight to Grandma's house. Don't talk to strangers. The woods are dangerous." Little Red Riding Hood replied, "Don't worry, Mommy. I'll be careful." Off Little Red Riding Hood went out into the forest
waving at the volunteers clearing the trails, watching out for the animal protected hatching zones. She could see the butterflies flying, hear the frogs croaking ribbit, ribbit, and then she saw her favorite flower, picking the flower, forgetting all about her mother's warning. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, a wolf showed up. Hello, little girl. Where are you going? I'm going to Grandma's house, just down the trail behind the rock. Oh, how nice. Say, what's in the basket? Oh, just some vegan food for my grandmother. Bye-bye. Off Little Red Riding Hood went down the trail. The wolf knew a shortcut to Grandma's house. He went running down the trail to Grandma's house, got to the house, huffing and puffing, and knocked on the door. Grandma, in bed, cried out, "Oh, Little Red Riding Hood, I've been so worried about you. Please come in." The wolf moved the latch, whoosh, and opened the door, creak, going into Grandma's house. Granny in bed. "Little Red Riding Hood, how are you?" "I'm fine, Grandma." "Oh, Little Red Riding Hood, I've been on bed all day and I've been dying to go to the bathroom. Would you help me?" The wolf helped Grandma over to the bathroom. Before he knew it, there was a knock on the door. He quickly slammed the door shut of the bathroom, got into bed, and put on Granny's cap. "Please come in." Little Red Riding Hood opened the latch, whoosh, and the door, creak, stepping in to Grandma's house. "My, what big ears you have!" "Why, yes, all the better to hear you with. Come a little closer." "And my, what big eyes you have!" "Why, yes, all the better to see you with." "My, what big teeth you have!" "Yes, come a little closer, all the better to eat these with background." "My, you're not my grandmother. You're the wolf that I saw in the forest. What are you doing here?" "I'm hungry." "But that's no reason to scare me." "Well, you see, I'm a vegan wolf, and the other wolves would make fun of me. I'm supposed to be scary." "Well, they couldn't be your friends if they don't accept you as you are. My grandmother and I would love to be friends with you, and we would share our food with you." "Hey, speaking of grandmother, where is she?" "She's just in the bathroom." And so Granny, Little Red Riding Hood, and the wolf became the best of friends and had a wonderful feast together.
I've got 2 minutes now to get your sheet, add up the scores, and the reason I gave you a Post-it note is because if you'll write on this side, you can take the sticky side and fold it up and pass it this way so that the information is on the inside. And what I'd rather you did than passing it to me, because I've got a little bit of business I need to do with the speakers, would you please pass them to our sergeant at arms, please?
You just want one name on them.
Yeah, one name.
Just one name.
Oh.
I knew that. Okay, if you would fill out your judging sheets. Ordinarily, at this point in our Toastmasters meeting, we would have what we call table topics, which is an opportunity for people, maybe 2 or 3, to give an impromptu speech based on a topic chosen by a topic master. Then after that, the individual speeches would be evaluated. That's not criticized, but evaluated for 2 to 3 minutes by an evaluator each, and then we would announce the winner of the table topic speech. Instead, what we're going to do is typical of a Toastmaster event, is I would like all 4 of our speakers to come up in front, if you would. And again, ordinarily, the judge would say something like, "You tell us what club you belong to," but we already know. And so the next question generally has to do with, why did you join Toastmasters? So Krista, if you would start, and each person take a turn and share why you joined Toastmasters.
My financial planner, who I've been working with since I was 22, I'm a charity case, by the way, I'm not like independently wealthy. He had been recommending it for years. Like every year when we get our meet and greet, he's like, "Oh, you should join Toastmasters." And I ignored him for over a decade. And then I was selected to give a presentation at an international conference. And of course, like 2 months before, I decided I should join Toastmasters. And I got a little bit of a crash course, but I had such a good time, I decided to stay. And let me tell you, the next time I have an international conference, I'm going to nail it.
I joined Toastmasters because it's my dream to speak on big stages. What better place to hone your skills and practice your speaking skills? I moved here when I was working on my book, so every week I came to Toastmasters, and we had a smaller group. I got to practice all these little segments of my speech, one piece at a time. By the point that I was going out giving my longer talks, I had each of those pieces to fit together that were practiced and got a lot of constructive feedback from the group.
I've been a Toastmaster for a long time. I initially enjoyed it because I had a job in which I had to speak to small groups, large groups of people. And I was fairly intimidated by that. So a friend of mine who's sitting in the audience today invited me to go to Toastmasters. And I started going to Toastmasters and kept going to Toastmasters. And before long, I found out I really enjoyed it. Most of all, I enjoy storytelling. That's what I've been doing for the last 15 years. We got off the storytelling manual. That's what I keep doing. And it took me all the way to the World Championship of Public Speaking. So it's really paid off.
I actually joined Toastmasters in college. I was taking a communications course, and it was online, which sounds a little funny. So we had to find an audience that had 500 more people and videotape the speeches. And my father was already going to Toastmasters and said, "Well, you can present in front of Toastmasters and they'll give you feedback." And an audience that actually cares about what you're saying. So I was able to do those speeches, and I actually completed the first 6 of the Confident Communicator Manual while in that class, and then I just kept going, and now I give speeches.
We really appreciate the time and effort that you put in doing this, and I think the audience can see what a wide variety of speeches you given. And in all honesty, how do you say this is the very best person when you got 4 different kinds of speeches you've done? However, this is a podcast, we need to do that. And I'm going to ask Lee, our Sergeant at Arms, if you would please award. We don't have awards. Coffee cup. To the winner of our contest.
Congratulations, Krista.
Yeah, we did one. So, yeah, for you anyway. Hey,
Thank you very much. And at this point in our meeting, we turn the time back to the Toastmaster, whom we appreciate.
I'm curious, what were the times?
Orally was 6 minutes and 1 second.
Remember, these are 5 to 7 minute speeches.
Dave was 5 minutes and 34 seconds. That was 43 seconds. And Alan Hall was 5 minutes and 21 seconds.
Perfect. Good job. Before we end, I want to just maybe ask our guests, starting with Larry, if you might just tell us a little bit about what you thought, how it just for me.
Well, this was a lot of fun. I expected different types of speeches, but the storytelling was different.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And now I'm going to go to a really cool person because kids will tell us exactly what you think. Jenny?
Jasmine.
Jasmine, I'm sorry, I can't read from here. Jasmine, what did you think?
I really
Excellent, thank you. Then we'll go over to the extreme on the other side to the grandparents. Grandma.
It was great fun. Everybody did a great job.
Well, thank you guys for coming and joining with us. We also have one sneak in just at the very end. Tracy, welcome. I want to make sure you know that you're welcome here. And if you see Lee afterwards here, no, wait a minute.